Joe Biden does an about-face on immigration and shows just how weak he is to our enemy. That's what I've got for you today, so on with the show. Joe Biden does an about-face when it comes to immigration only because it's election time. He's had the power this whole time to stop the flow of criminals into this country, but he refused to do it. But now that the election's here and his chances of re-election are done, he has ruined it. We're covering Biden's forthcoming immigration policy as well as Michigan, Israel, and Abbott Elementary. Joe Biden has done an about-face when it comes to undocumented immigrants during the presidency is a threat to his re-election, and he knows it. Most voters are unhappy with the increase of immigrants, criminals, into our country. So are mayors and governors who have been left to deal with the expense and chaotic situation like Denver, New York, California. But you know what? I say, oh well, they're the ones that declared themselves a sanctuary city. Now they have to deal with it. But unfortunately, the citizens of this country did not vote for this. And the ones that are being murdered, the people that are dying from fentanyl overdoses because the amount have increased since Joe Biden took office. Since day one, this idiot signed off on Trump's orders to stay in Mexico and everything and let almost 13 million illegal criminals into this country. And yes, they are criminals. You don't like it? I don't care. You cross into this country without going through the proper process of legal immigration process, you are a criminal. Be it woman, child, anybody. You are a criminal. Now Joe Biden wants to sit there and lie to the voters saying that the Republicans are blocking this immigration policy that they put forth. It has nothing to do with securing our borders. It's allowing more Border Patrol agents on there to process these criminals through faster and getting them out into the public. Well, you run out of children to traffic all over the country and lose 86,000 of them. So he needs more. You idiot liberals out there, don't wake up and see this, that the only reason he's doing this is to lie to you to get your vote. And if you're too stupid to see that, back to your basement with you. Now I'm going to show you this graph. It's the annual Southwestern Border Apprehension. Now I want you to look. It goes from 2000 all the way up to now. Now you look at how many people have crossed under Joe Biden. And you go back under Trump and see how low it was. And you could go back even further and look under, even Obama's had them low, but it shoots to the roof under Joe Biden because of how weak he is. Joe Biden has had the power from the beginning to sign an executive order with a 50-cent pen. This is a dollar pen. And sign off on it and close the border. Secure it. Allow immigrants to come through legally. That's the big word here, legally. And yet he refuses to do so. But the only reason he's going to do it now is because of election time. Because the Democrats are scared to death because they are going to lose this election. So they're forcing him to do an about-face and do something about immigration so they can earn your votes. Well, if you're stupid enough to do it, he's just going to do it and reverse everything right afterwards. Wake up, people. See the truth. Now I'm going to show you that he doesn't really care about us anyways. And if you're stupid enough to believe he does, you're an idiot. Biden won't ban Russian oil to help our gas prices out. Yes, our gas prices are going up again. Fed's just announced today they will not reduce interest rates. So we are still in a recession. They want to believe that we're not, but we are. The Biden administration's latest rounds of sanctions purposely do not ban Russian oil in order to avoid energy cost increases. Quoting remarks by Deputy Treasury Secretary Wal Andimo, if that's how you say it, I don't know. Russia will still have the ability to sell their oil. They'll just make less money doing it going forward. And Dimo, that might have been his name, answered that the desire to keep energy prices low has kept the Biden administration from banning Russian oil outright, despite other sanctions against Russia in retaliation for its war against Ukraine. Biden caused this war in Ukraine because of his weakness, his patheticness, his failures as an installed president. Russia's revenues from energy for the federal government, but that's one weakness of Biden's that our enemies are seeing. Well, now, guess what? China's getting involved. Blood money. Leaked U.S. federal law enforcement documents reveal how China is secretly arming American criminals with machine guns. China is blatantly setting the U.S. up for failure. The communist Chinese government has been flooding the United States with illicit gun parts as part of the disintegration warfare strategy. The Chinese government have been flooding the United States with illicit gun parts as a part of disintegration warfare strategy it's employing against America, aimed at tearing the country apart from the inside, according to blockbuster new book by Breitbart News senior contributor Pete Schweizer. If you watch and see all the Chinese migrants that are crossing the border are criminals. They are strategically placing these people all over the country. And you think it's for anything good, anything beneficial to the United States? Hell no. They know Joe Biden's weakness, and they're using it for their own benefit. Accordingly, between 2019 and 2021, there was a rise of 4,200% in incidences involving machine gun fire in 130 American cities, Schweitzer reveals. Although some of the illegal auto switches are made in 3D printers in the United States, the vast majority are on the streets are from China and are much higher quality than those made in 3D printers around here. Well, when you make something in a 3D printer, they're plastic. They can't be tracked under metal detectors or anything. So they're getting in here through China. And how many people are walking in here from China? 40,000. In just the first quarter of 2023, officials seized 106 illegal suppressors at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport alone. In December of 2022, U.S. officials in Michigan indicated 7 men for procuring switches from China. These devices are an emerging threat to our communities, our children, and law enforcement officers, and anyone who stands in the path of their indiscriminate spray. This is stuff that needs to be stopped. This is the reason why China is trying to invade Taiwan. Russia did Ukraine because they know how weak Joe Biden is. If you don't think something's going to happen in this country soon, you're out of your damn mind. This is stuff we need to watch for. This is why I tell you, we got to get out and vote. We've got to get the Democrats out of power. This is the kind of stuff that has to be stopped, and stopped now. That's why I cover all the primaries from back to Iowa's caucus all the way up to November's general election. Trying to get the truth out to people. Showing them how corrupt the Democrat Party is. How weak Joe Biden is. How our enemies are feeding on Joe Biden's weakness. This is why I tell you, you got to get out and vote. Get your neighbors, your friends, your family. Get them all out to vote. If they can't get out to vote, give them a ride to the election polls. We got to get Democrats out of power totally. We have to control the House, the Senate, everything, so we can get this country back on track. Let me know what you guys think. Leave comments and questions below. Share my videos with your friends and family. Get the truth out to them. Get my reach out further. Follow me on Rumble at Country Conservative. And you know I'll be watching this story and many others. Until next time, defend liberty and uphold tradition. I'll see you next time.